My name is Joanne Wood, and I'm a candidate for instructor certification. The two riders I am going to be instructing today are Renee Kelso on the horse Cheyenne and Cassandra Salas on the horse Babe. I'm ready for Renee. Okay, Renee, you're going to stop right here, and I want you to look and say, "Please bring Cheyenne."
Please bring Cheyenne.
And whoa. Okay, Renee, I want you to step up real close to the edge here. Wait just a minute. I want you to grab your reins. There you go. I want you to put your other hand on the front of your saddle. Swing this opposite leg over and sit down gently. Very good. Okay, hold your hands on the green like you're holding ice cream cones. Can you flip your hands over for me? Awesome. I'm going to pull this leg back so we don't get stuck on the ramp. And your other foot can go in. Let's let it hang down because that stirrup's pretty short.
Okay.
And your sidewalker will help you. We're going to say walk on and take a couple of steps, and then I'm going to help you adjust your stirrups. Okay?
Walk on.
Walk on.
Too short?
Yeah. Okay, so just bring your leg back. I'm going to take these down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 5 holes to start with, because that's about her ankle. That looks good to me. Okay, let's ask Cheyenne to walk on a couple steps and see if we can get her square. Okay, whoa.
If you'll hold her, Joanne, or if you'll stay with her while I walk around.
Yeah, we need to straighten the saddle too.
Okay.
Okay, and she probably doesn't need a hold. You're just going to be a spotter.
Okay.
Renee, if you will stand up in your stirrups, you push up, stand up, lift up, and I want you to put all your weight in this side of your saddle. We're going to bring it over. Okay, now sit. A little more. I'm going to pull on it a little, okay? Okay. Is that staying, Liz? Are you holding it? Perfect. Okay. Okay, come on in the arena.
Walk on, Cheyenne.
Good remembering your walk on. Okay, and Cassandra?
Walk on.
Cassandra, you have such a pretty riding position already. If you guys will just line up and wait for me. Okay, good morning, riders.
Morning.
Morning. Today we're going to work on a new skill, and it's called neck reining. It's a one-handed way of steering, and we're going to learn this because it's really useful if you have to hold something in your hand, like sometimes when we play games and we have our relay races, or if you're out on the trail and you need to open a gate or grab some other object. So I'm going to start with Renee, and I'm going to show you how to do it, and then we're going to have a little bit of a warm-up practicing walking around these blocks, okay? So, what hand do you write with?
Right.
Right? Okay, so can I see your left hand? This one? I want you to open it. I want the bottom of your reins, the buckle, pointing towards your belly button. Okay, here. Let me see this hand. This hand's going to rest on your thigh, and your thumb is pointing towards your horse's ears. Okay, so Cassandra, can you hold your reins like that? Use the hand that you don't write with. Okay, so buckle towards your belly button, thumb towards your horse's ears. Very good. To turn your horse, you're going to lift I want you to keep your hand out in front. We don't want to pull back because when we pull back, that pulls on our horse's face and that can confuse him. Neck reining works because your horse feels the reins on his neck and he moves away from them, okay? You don't want any contact with your horse's mouth. So I want you to just pull your hand this way, and that's going to turn your horse that direction. And if you pull your hand this way, it's going to pull your horse this direction. Okay, and to go straight, hand right in front of your belly button. I want you to keep it kind of low and out there so we're not in our horse's mouth. Do you understand? Okay. So can you show me how to turn that way? Very good. And how to turn towards me? Very good. We're going to walk on. I want you to stay around these colored blocks in a square. Cheyenne can walk on. That way. And I want you to practice your neck reining turns around this square. Every time you come to a block, you're going to turn. Okay, good. And to go straight, hand in center. Very good. Cassandra? Okay, Renee, good turn. You're very gently laying the rein on her neck, and that's awesome. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You guys have a great riding position, but I'm going to be a little bit picky today about it because I know you guys are so good. So I want to make sure that our back is not overarched. Don't pull your shoulders too far back. You want to be relaxed, but still sitting up straight. At the same time, you don't want to be so relaxed that your shoulders roll forward. All of these things are going to mess with your balance. And as we start getting into more advanced riding, your balance is going to become more and more important. Okay, so Renee's still arching that lower back a little bit. Can you relax it a little? It's better. Okay, and I'd even maybe like to see Cassandra's shoulders a little more square. Perfect. Good turn, Cassandra. Ooh, I think Renee forgot that turn. You got to stay focused. Okay, let me see that turn. Awesome turn. And let's remember to keep our heels underneath of us, not too far forward or too far back. I want you to be able to draw an invisible line from your ear to your hip to your heel. Again, if it's too far back or too far forward, your balance is going to be off. And your balance is really, really important when we're riding. Let's also remember to look where we're going. I know you might want to look down and check your hands and your reins. Remember to look forward because your horse goes where you look. You guys are doing awesome so far. Renee, can you bring that heel a little bit forward in your feet? Let me show you what I mean. You're kind of pulling them too far back. I want them a little more in front of you, okay? Can I push on you here and here? That's perfect. Okay, walk on. Now as we come around, we're going to start working on this neck reining a little more. And the exercise we're going to do is weaving through the cones. So as Renee comes around to this white block right here, I want you to count that as your first cone. Turn in towards me and start weaving through. Give her a little bit of a, oh, potty break. Let's have Cassandra come and pass. Come real close to me on the inside. And you can go first. You're going to weave the cones and that white block is your first cone. Awesome turn, awesome looking where you're going. Keep it up. I'm going to slip in and check your girth as you come through. Very good. Okay. Whoop. Keep her going. There you go. Awesome, awesome turning, Cassandra. I love it. And Renee's going to come around now. Renee, let's put that hand on the thigh so we don't throw off our balance. Very good. Good turning. Okay. Over. Awesome turning. I'd like to see you look up a little bit further out. Perfect. And we're going to come through and do that cone, series of cones one more time. After you do it this second time, I want you to reverse directions around our square. Remember to sit up straight, but not too straight. Keep those heels a little bit forward underneath us. Awesome turning. Okay. Okay, Renee, remember to look where you're going. And turn. Very good turn. As you come through, I'm going to check your girth and I'm going to adjust this foot. Keep sliding back on you. Okay, so can you whoa right here? Okay, I think part of the reason your foot's coming back is because you're arching your lower back that much. Can you feel that right there? How you pull it back too much? So just, I'm going to push right here and here to help you, okay? So roll this back. Tilt your hips back. Okay? Relax your shoulders. Relax a little more.
Both shoulders.
Both shoulders? There you go. Just relax. Take a deep breath. And let it go. You don't have to be so stiff on your horse. You're having fun. You're enjoying it? Okay, walk on. You're doing awesome. I love your turns. Very good. Reverse directions. And as Cassandra comes around, we're going to do the cones 2 more times in this direction. Remember to look where we're going. And that when we're going straight, our hand is right in front of our belly button. Good turn. Try to relax that loose hand a little more. You're kind of holding onto your leg there. There you go. Okay. And Renee, as you come around to this red block over here, I want you to turn in, start weaving. Your leg position's getting a lot better, Renee. Cassandra, I like where your hand is right now. It's perfect. Good turn. Look where you're going. Relax, smile. We're having fun. You're doing awesome. Bring this foot forward just a little bit for you. There you go. Okay, and Cassandra can walk on. Thank you for stopping, Cassandra, to keep your spacing. And you're going to continue in the same direction. After Renee goes through another time, we're going to move on to a different task. You guys are doing too good. Can't believe it. Good turn. I'm going to check your girth one more time. Very good. And you're going to continue in the same direction after these cones, and we're going to move on to a different task. Okay, now that everybody is back on our square, we're going to keep walking around, and we're going to work on a little bit harder turning. We're going to do some circles, okay? So some things I want you to remember about circles. So I want you to look on the ground and draw the circle in your head. We do that so that it helps us ride a really round circle. Some people's circles end up looking like squares, and we don't want that. And our horse can tell where we're looking. Remember, he goes where we look. Hold your turn. Hold your hand over your turn the whole time until you're done. Don't start turning and then forget, because then your horse is going to get confused and he's going to go straight again. So as you come to this next block, so Renee, this white block, and Cassandra, that blue block, I want you to make a circle. It does not matter which direction you start with. When you see your best turns, look through your turn. Remember to turn that head to the inside so your horse can feel it. And you're pulling your hand a little too far over. Remember, we don't want to make contact with our horse's mouth because that'll confuse him. He works off of the pressure of the rein on his neck, not his mouth. Okay? And as you come to this next block, make a circle in the opposite direction. And again, at this next block, choose the opposite direction. Remember to keep your position and look through your turns. Okay, thank you, Liz. Remember to keep that hand out and low. You're pulling a little too far over, Renee. I'm going to come in and show you. Okay. Do you see how when you're pulling so far that you're making your horse's head turn that way instead of this way? So I want you to bring your hand out and just lay your reins over so your horse can move away from it, okay? That way you're not in his mouth, okay? And Cassandra, you're doing awesome with your turns. Looking through them, I can see you drawing that circle in the ground with your brain. Remember, not too far over. Just lay it on their neck. Better. Okay, and I want you to make one last circle, and then we are going to line up facing that church back there, and we're going to get ready to dismount. Awesome turn, Cassandra. Okay, Renee, let me see it. Bring your hand a little far forward. Don't pull back to your pocket. There you go. Yep. We're going to come down and line up right where we started. I want to hear some good whoas and see you pull back on your reins. Awesome stop, Renee. Awesome stop, Cassandra. Okay. We are out of time, so I want you to give your volunteers a high five and thank them for coming out to help you ride today. Okay, and I want you to reach down and give your horses a big hug and thank them for working so good for you today. Babe looks tired. Okay, we're going to dismount one at a time to the ground. I'm going to start with Renee. Good whoa. Okay, so same thing. You want to keep your reins in one hand. When you're dismounting by yourself, you keep them in one hand so your horse doesn't run away from you when you get off. Okay, so you're going to hold them in this hand so they don't get hung up. Hands way out here in your horse's neck, both of them, both feet out of your stirrups. Look up into the other side and swing towards me, and I'm going to catch you. Awesome. And you can give Babe another pat. And then you can take his arm and he'll escort you out the gate. Maybe. Okay. This completes our riding demonstration. My riders did awesome today, and thank you for reviewing my video submission.